Taking the tape off. Comes off really easy, the duct tape. Harvesting, squash, lettuce. Ahoy there, mates. Idaho model shipbuilder. From the boat to the garden. Working on my second phase of the garden. I started a garden fresh this year just from a sod, just by rototilling it, de-rocking it, and just doing it by rakes, of constant raking and de-rocking. And you notice I use these little milk jugs, 1 gallon milk jugs. I got lettuce there planted. And the lettuce stayed in there for about almost 2 months. I planted these back in March 1st. And they survived several freezings, snow, and the lids were left open. I did duct tape each edge, so they were closed up, but the tape comes off really easy, and I'm going to reuse these milk jugs for next year's planting. So this is a cheap, quick, easy way if you don't have the funds or time to deal with a greenhouse. So there's my lettuce. Mulched in some coffee grounds and various compost. These are my remaining that I'll get to later. That's my tomato plants. They didn't grow as fast, but they didn't die. As you can see, let's see, my tomatoes. There's my tomatoes in there. They still have time to grow. And then on over here is my squash. So I'm going to go ahead and transplant my squash. Lots of work to do. To demonstrate how you're going to transplant one of these onto the garden. Basically, I'm just going to dig a little hole here. It's a nice well. Lots of worms. And then all I'm going to do is take my whole hand here like this. Pick up the whole clump. Pick up the whole clump as gently as I can. And just move it on over here like this. And then water it. Put it right here. And just transplant it. She's all free. And that's how I'm going to transplant. And I have this where I can save it for next year's use. Simple as that. Okay. All the lettuce has been planted. Those remaining milk jugs I still have to plant. They're still small. They're the tomatoes. I made some hills here for the squash. If you saw my sailboat tour video, that's what the squash will look like when it's done. That's a little light sensor that detects animals, keep the cats, keep any critters. You get that for like 30 bucks on Amazon. And it's solar powered, so when it comes off, it puts off a little vibration sensation to scare the animals. Keep the garden. So, got 3 bunches of squash, the onions,